All right, all right, all right, all right, guys. So we're back again with another making money stream, and today we are going to be utilizing a very easy strategy that we have been using before in a new phase or in a new way. All right, so my name is Smiling Josh, as you can see on your screen. Hold on. So my name is Smiling Dutch. As you can see on your screen, I pride myself in teaching people how to make money with simple, easy strategy on the options app. Yes. So this is Pocket Broker. And if you want to get started with Pocket Broker, you can simply use any of this promo code. You can make use of this promo code, which is the one that is saying 60% if you are a new user. If you have not opened Pocket Broker option account before, you can make use of that promo code to get 60%. And if you are an existing user or an old user, use the second code, which is showing 70% to get 70% of your deposit. Yes, so for new users, you can get 60% bonus for free. And then for old users, you can get 70% bonus for free when you download the app or you use the website and then you deposit using the codes that you are seeing on your screen right now. So when you deposit using any of this code, you can get exactly what is written on your screen right now. So today I'm going to be showing. Don't worry, I'm going to be bringing the code again. I'm going to come with the code again, so don't worry about that. I'm going to be displaying the code every time, momentarily. All right. So today we are going to be looking at the MACD and the EMA strategy. Yes, that's what we are going to be looking at today. Hold on. Yes. So we're going to be looking at the MACD and the the MACD and the EMA, exponential moving average. That is the strategy we are going to be making use of. We are going to be looking at today. Now, these two strategy they represent one of the best indicators. These two indicators they represent one of the best indicators you can ever use if you are on the Pocket Broker. And these two indicators provide us with some of the best ways to easily predict the market movements. Yes, they provide us with some of the best ways to easily predict. Remember, I am all about easily prediction. I'm all about easy prediction. I'm the kind of guy that do not trade with so many complicated setup and lines on my screen. Yes, I do not trade with that. I don't trade with so many setup and complicated lines on my screen. I trade with easy setups. So let's quickly go and add our indicator. So you go to the indicators tab and then you select the MACD. Yes, you select the MACD and then you select the EMA or the MA, which is the moving average. So you just simply have to look for it, moving average. Look at it here. So select it. So if you're not that familiar, you just have to go through them one after the other. Now we are going to be setting our indicator. So this is the moving average indicator and this is the MACD. Now for the MACD, we are going to leave it like this. We're not going to set it. For this strategy we want to work on, we're not going to be setting the MACD. Then for the moving average, we are going to set it to 50 EMA. Just change the 10 to 50. And then you change this place that says SMA to EMA. And then you click on save. So this is the EMA line now. This is it. The exponential moving average. This is the line here. Why this is the MACD line. This is the pictogram. And these are the MACD line. So we have the yellow, the green line, and the red line. That is the basic MACD lines in MACD. All right. So now that we have set our indicators, it's now time for us to explain the strategy. It's now time for us to explain the strategy that we are going to be making use of to start our trading session for today. All right. So now the strategy is simple. The strategy is simple. If the chart crosses above, this is the EMA line we are seeing now. If the chart crosses above the EMA line, which is the exponential moving average line, we expect the market to go up, just like what you see here. Now the market is going up, it's going up, it's going up, still coming down. Now, once the chart crosses below the market or the movement or the price, crosses below the EMA, then we expect the price to come down. So you see, it didn't cross, so the price didn't come down. It tried to use it as a support and bounced up again. It tried to come down again. Let's go and look for a, okay, let's look for a proper one. This is it. It crossed down and then came down. It went up a little bit and then crossed it down and then came down. Although these are not real entry that would have given us real wins, unless we are using a less time frame. Okay, this is it here. This is it. It crossed. No, this is not it. This one is, it crossed and then came up again. But this is it. It crossed down. It also came up. This is the 50 MA we are using right now. Let's look for a perfect one. Okay, this is the perfect one. So it crossed it down and then market went down. It crossed it up and then the market went up. It crossed it down, the market kind of didn't go down, it was going sideways until it crossed again, went up and then crossed it and came down. So this is how you want to trade this using this EMA 50 line. Once the market crosses it downwards, that means the market is going down, so you take a sell. Once the market crosses it upwards, it means the market is going up, so you take a buy. So that is basically how the strategy works. And mind you, there is no strategy that is 100% foolproof. No strategy on the surface of this earth is 100% foolproof. No strategy. So that is why we are combining. That's why I said it's a dual combo. It's a combo setup. Yes, it's a combo setup. So that is for the MEMA, which is the moving average. Now, the second one is for the MACD. Yes, it's for the MACD. Remember, we didn't set anything in the MACD. We left it at the way it is. Now, in the MACD line, we have what we call the MACD line and what we call the signal line. The MACD line is the green line. This green line you are seeing here. While the signal line is this one, the red one. Now, once the MACD crosses downward, the red line, it means the market is coming down, just like you see. Started coming down. Then it crossed again. Then it crossed again and started going up. But it didn't actually go up very well. It was just moving along. Then it crossed again and started coming down. And then it crossed again, coming down. Crossed again, goes up. Crossed again, comes down. Crossed again, goes up. So if the MACD line cross facing up, or the green line or the blue line, depends on the interface you are using. If the green line crosses the red line facing up, that means the market is going up. While if it crosses it facing down, that means the market is coming down. So that is what we want to be using for this our strategy today. So we are going to be combining the MACD together with the what EMA. Remember, we are using 50 EMA. Yes, 50 EMA for stronger signals. So, hey, you have seen it now. This would have been a very perfect place to enter. So let's quickly set all the other parameters. So we're going to set it in 1 minute candle. 1 minute candle. I'm going to put it in a 1 minute time frame, and then we're going to set this in a 3 minutes time frame. Yes, 3 minutes time frame. Let me switch to Euro USD. Not there. We're in OCC right now. I want to get the real Euro USD. It seems it's not currently live. Okay, it's here. Don't mind that it has a low this thing. So it is very perfect here. It crossed and then went up. That is very, very perfect. Very, very perfect. Very, very perfect. It crossed and then you see there's a confirmation here. The green line crossed and then the market or the price crosses above the MA. So it's a very sweet example to take a buy in this. So if you have taken a buy, then you would have made money like this. So this is how to trade it. So let me go over it one more time before I show the promo code. Then we quickly wait for the market to cross and then we'll take a trade. And there's one important thing that you need to know. One of the most important characters you need in trading is for the ability for you to wait for the signal. Wait for you to do what you want before you take the trade. Wait for it. Don't rush. Wait for you to do what you want before you take the trade. All right. So now let's quickly go over again and show you the promo code before we start taking trades. All right. So if you are just joining, this is the promo code we are making use of. Use the one of 60% that says new user if you are just registering. If you are just opening an account, make use of that one. Why? If you already have an account, you are an old user coming, then you deposit using this other code that says 70% because you are already an old user and you're not a new user. Now, so that is what to do. So first, new users use the one of 60%. I show you new user, use that code to deposit. Then old users use the one of 70% to deposit to get 60 and 70% of your deposit when you deposit. To get 60% of your deposit when you deposit. That is it. So now that that is done, we're now going to go back to our trade. We are going to go back to our trade. We are going to go back to our trade. We are going to go back to our trade. All right. So in this market, it has not yet crossed. So patience is the key. Patience is the key here, but it has not yet crossed. But patience is the key. Now we know that if this line crosses, if this green line crosses the red one, we expect a sell. It crosses it downward, we expect a sell. And if it crosses it upwards, we expect a buy. So all we have to do is now wait. We are doing a waiting game right here. We are doing a waiting game. And the good news is that if it doesn't go our way, we can simply recover it back using the next trade. So that is basically how we roll. So let's wait. Let's keep on. Let's wait. However, if you already watched my previous two streams, if you have not watched it, go back and watch it. You need the knowledge there. I'm going to be showing you another easy MACD strategy that you can be using to trade, that you can use to trade, even while waiting for the market to cross, which is the most hardest thing in trading. While waiting for the market to cross, which is the hardest thing in trading, you can be using this MACD trick. Now, there's another way to trade MACD, which is the one I'm going to be using now, while we are waiting for the market to cross. Because so when you see the MACD pictogram, you have yellow and red bars. When MACD is showing you red bars, it means the market is on a downtrend or there's less momentum. When it's showing you green bars, it means the market is on an uptrend. Now, note that in every MACD, you have a couple of red bars before you have a couple of green bars. Before you switch to red bars, have a couple, then switch to green bars, have a couple, then you switch to red bars. So we can trade using all these red bars. Because if we have one red bar, it means there's likely going to be another red bar. There's likely going to be some red bars before it switches to green bar. Do you understand me? Yes. So in this scenario, we cannot trade with only the MACD pictogram. While we are waiting for our main market to cross, the main MACD to cross, we can be taking little trade using just the MACD bar alone. Yes, using just the MACD bar alone. Now, if you want to do this, we need to switch to a 1 minute time frame. Yes, because it's a volatile trade. So while we are waiting, the market is already, yes, we are setting a 1 minute D duration. The market is already on. The chart is already on 1 minute already. So we are setting a 1 minute D duration while we are waiting for the market to cross. So it has crossed now. So let's take a sell trade for 1 minute. And let's see if it will win. If we win it. It has crossed here. But now the MACD EMA has not crossed, but the MACD has crossed. So which is showing a potential shift downwards. So we have taken a buy. Now we did not enter our double confirmation. We only use our one confirmation. So we might win or we might lose this trade because we only use one confirmation. We did not wait for double confirmation first before entering the trade. So that should be a risk you are willing to take. If you know you want to use only one confirmation, then you should be willing to take that risk yourself. Yes, you should be willing to take it. So let's see if we are going to win this trade because it already crossed. Let's see, 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 let's see. How many minutes left? How many minutes left? Okay, 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 okay. All right, so we have won that trade. We just traded the cross, so we have won it. We traded just the cross right now, and we have won it. Now, as I said before the cross, I said if you have one MACD, one red bar or one green bar, and there's another one, then you can quickly predict that the market is going down. Why if you have one green bar and there's another green bar, you can quickly predict that the market is going up. So this is how we used to trade most time while we are waiting for confirmation. But if you know you don't want to trade like this, just simply wait for the confirmation. When the market crosses above and then the MACD crosses above, then you take a buy trade. So now let's see if we can do another one. If we can take another trade. So the reason why I took that trade is because the MACD crossed. So I had one confirmation. But the EMA did not cross. So I took it only using one confirmation and I made money. But if you do not want to take that risk, like I said, you have to wait for both to cross before entering the market. You have to wait for both to cross before entering the market. If you don't want to take that risk, wait for both to cross before entering the market. Then I also told you that in my previous stream, I told you how to trade using the MACD bars alone. These bars that are here, I told you how to trade. When there's one red and there's another red, and it ends another red, and the market is red, then it means the market is down. So you can take a short trade, a short sell that moment, and then you make your money. If there's one green, there's another green, and the market is the price is showing green, the chart is showing green, then you can take a buy. That means you are making money. So that is it. That is basically how to trade with just the MACD bars alone. So I've taught you guys three things now in this trading session. I've took one trade while we are waiting for the market to cross. You can see the yes, the chart, the price is coming down. If the price comes down and gets to the MACD here, to gets to the EMA here, and then it crosses, we are taking a sell trade, which is double confirmation. We are taking a sell trade. So let's wait a little bit if it's going to cross while I explain all what I've told you. All right, so today, if you are just joining us, you are just tuning in. My name is Smiling Josh. Sorry, guys, I left that thing running. So if you are just joining us, you are just tuning in. My name is Smiling Josh. Sorry for leaving the promo code running on the screen. My name is Smiling Josh, and I am the guy that pride myself. My name is Smiling Josh. I'm the guy that pride myself with teaching people how to trade with easy, simple setups. Yes, I teach people how to trade with easy setups, easy setups, easy setups. Now, today we are trading with the EMA, which is the exponential moving average, and then the MACD, which is the moving average divergence convergence that shows momentum. Yes, that's what we are trading with today. That's what I'm trading with right now. So I said for you to trade with these two strategy, you have to select the moving average indicator and then change it to 50 MA and then the period to 50 and then the moving average to EMA and save it. And then select the MACD and leave it like that. You can select it from here. You can select them from here. These are this is the indicator tab. So you select it like that and leave it like that. Okay, the chart is coming down. Now, to take trade, we have to wait for the market to cross the EMA line and the MACD line to cross. Now, to take an up trade, which is like what we have seen here, the EMACD green line should cross moving above the red line, and then the market should be moving. The price should have crossed the EMA line. Then we take a what? A sell, a buy trade. Then to take a sell trade, the EMA should cross below the market just like this. There's one perfect one like this. Should cross downwards the market. Should cross downwards the market, and then the MACD crosses the MACD, which is the green line of the EMA, crosses below. Then we take a sell trade. So you can see it. It crossed down. It crossed down. So we took a sell. So that is how to take trade using the two indicator confirmation. You can also take with just one indicator confirmation, but note that you are not going to be getting the exact. You might not get it exactly because it's not double confirmation. You just went in with one confirmation. So I was sorry for leaving the note the code in the screen. I'm sorry for that. All right, so let's continue. So I've taken one trade, and then we took it here when the market crossed, we took it, and then we have won that trade. So the market has crossed now. It has crossed here, but it has not crossed here. That is the problem we are having now. It has crossed. The market has crossed downward, but we are waiting for confirmation for this line to cross downward. It has already crossed before. It has crossed before, but it has not crossed yet. But we can still take another 1 minute sell. Let's take a 1 minute sell because the market is still coming down. Let's take a 1 minute sell. Now, the other thing I told you is that you can simply trade using the MACD bars alone. So I've taught you two things. Now, the third thing is you can simply trade using the MACD bar alone. If there's one red bar, another red bar, then you can take a down trade. Once the second red bar close, you can take a sell trade. Then if there's one green bar, another green bar, then you can take a what? A buy trade after the first two green bar, or you take a buy trade after the first two green bar, or you take a sell trade after the first two red bar. That is how to trade with only the bars of the MACD alone. But that is not the strategy we are here for. We are here to use the MACD and the EMA, which is kind of a market that doesn't really cross that often. So you have to wait. In this strategy, is mainly of the waiting side. So it seems we have lost this one. Since we have lost it, it seems the market is trying to reverse. We have lost it. So it seems the market is trying to reverse. So it seems the market is trying to reverse. So we are going to wait for the cross. We are going to wait for the cross. We are going to wait for the cross. If it crossed and this one cross, it is green line cross above, and the market, the price crosses above the EMA, then we are taking a trade. Then if it doesn't, we can do one more thing to speed up trade. We can simply go and reduce the moving average, the EMA, to 20 to give us more frequent signal, but a little bit less accuracy. So that is it. Because we have been waiting since, we didn't cash this one, but we have been waiting since then to trade. Okay. Let's see what the market is going to do. So remember to use the deposit code. I will be displaying them again for you. Okay, we have seen one red bar, one green bar. We have seen another green bar. If this bar closes green, we are taking a 1 minute trade based on our MACD strategy. I taught you we are taking a 1 minute trade. That one is separate. So if this bar closes green, we are taking a 1 minute buy trade. We can simply double it. The market has crossed too, but the MACD have not crossed. That is why we have not taken it. But if the MACD crosses, we are definitely taking it a 3 minute sell because the duration is 3 minutes. That is the main strategy we are using, but we are using a side strategy because we can't keep waiting forever for the market to cross because we just missed the last one. So if it ends in a green, we are definitely taking a buy for 1 minute. Okay, we're taking a buy. And then the market decides to come down. All right, so I've taken a buy for 1 minute, and the market seems to be doing what it does most. But we've properly analyzed it. We know we are winning this trade in the next 1 minute. We know we are winning this trade. We are winning it in the next 1 minute. We are winning it. We are winning it. And it seems the market is going to be crossing soon. It's going to be crossing soon. Because it has already crossed here. The price has already crossed, but we did not enter it because the MACD line has not crossed facing upwards. That's why we did not enter it. So we're waiting for it to cross facing upward before we enter it. Okay, keep doing what I expect you to do. Yes, that is basically what I expect you to do. I should have doubled it, but I don't want to double it. I just want to show you how the strategy. Yes, it's about to cross. It's about to cross. So let's switch to our 3-minute time frame and then take the trade. Once it crosses, we are taking the trade. We are taking the trade. It's about to cross here. This one has already crossed already, but this one has not crossed. Okay. We want that trade. That's our side. That is our side strategy we are using to trade. While we are waiting for our main market to cross, we are using that side strategy to trade. It seems we are not going to have a cross. It seems we are not going to have a cross. Maybe we have a cross. We have a cross downwards. I think that's what the market is trying to do. Let's simply wait. Let's simply wait. Let's simply wait. While we wait, let me quickly display the codes again so that you can see it. I'm sorry for leaving the code on the screen. All right, so this is basically the code. Make use of the first one to get 60% deposit when you deposit from above $100 and above. Make use of the second one to get 70% deposit if you are an old user when you deposit, I think from $100 or $500 from above and above. Make use of the first one if you are a new user, you just downloaded the app. Make use of the first code, deposit at least $500, and then you will get a 60% bonus. Then an old user deposit at least that the same amount, let's say $500, and then you get 70% bonus. That is it. So for new users, 60% bonus. For old users, 70% bonus. That is how we trade, and that is how we roll here. So let's go back to the market. Let's go back to our trading. Okay, it's about to cross downwards. It's about to cross downwards, but the MACD is not actually crossing. The MACD is the problem. The MACD is not crossing. It's not crossing. It doesn't want to cross. The MACD doesn't want to cross. So it's better you do not trade at all than you trade and you lose all your money that you trade on. But I'm thinking that the strategy is too strict. When I did it, when I've been doing it, it has been crossing like here, now it crossed here. This one was a perfect entry. This was not so perfect. This was another perfect entry. But it doesn't want to give us a perfect entry now during our live stream. Even if it doesn't give us a perfect entry during this live stream, as long as you already know how the strategy works, you are good to go. You can trade on your own. But remember, do not overtrade. Do not overtrade. Overtrading is one of the most dangerous things in trading. Do not overtrade. If you already know how the strategy works, you can do it. Our streaming cannot last forever. We only work with the markets. Okay, let's see. Let's see. It has not crossed though. What is it doing? What is it doing? All right, so if you are noticing that the thing is too strict, you can simply reduce this. You can set it and reduce it to 20. Yes, let's do 20. Let's see how it is. You can reduce it to 20. Save. You can reduce it to 20. It will give you slightly less accurate signal, but frequent signals, but say slightly less. It's basically almost the same thing. But it gives more frequent signals, just like it gives more frequent signal. So you can still reduce it to 20, or you can keep it at 50 for more accurate signals. Okay, it seems we are going to have a cross. Because this one has already crossed the line. Although the MACD that's crossed it facing up, and it seems we are going to have a cross here. So if we have a cross, we are going for a 3-minute buy. If we have a cross, we are going for a 3-minute buy. If we have a cross, we are going for a 3-minute buy. The market doesn't want to cross. The market don't want to cross. The market don't want to cross. If we have a cross, we are going for a 3-minute buy. Cross for us, please. Come on, cross, cross, cross. Come on, cross, come on, cross. Come on, cross. Yeah, that is it. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. Let's see the 5 minutes time frame. It's about to cross, but let's check on the 5 minutes time frame. Let's see what the ABCD will be showing us in the 5 minutes time frame. 5 minutes time frame. They are both together. This is a sideways market. This one is a sideways market. Let's go back to our 1 minute. So I'm not taking that trade. Okay, it has crossed. It has crossed. So let's take the trade. Let's take the trade. It crossed before. It has crossed before, but it later separated again. After we took our trade, it separated. Is this how you want to do us, the market? Market, is this what you want to do to us? Market, is this what you want to do to us? Is this what you want to do to us, market? But let's see. Our strategy is almost sand. It's sand. It's almost sand because it didn't cross. When we were about to enter, when we entered the trade, it stopped. Let's see if we are going to, if it's going to go our way. It's supposed to go our way because already the market is on an uptrend. So market is supposed to go our way right now. It's supposed to go our way right now. Keep on pumping. Keep on pumping. Keep on pumping. Euro USD OTC market. You don't want to go away, right? We should be going our way on stream. Went up and down again. We traded this, yes. We traded this. This was the second signal we took. Well, we didn't trade this. No, we didn't trade this. We didn't trade this. We didn't even trade this. Before we started the stream, this one has already done. Before we started the stream. Market is going down. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. It's going down. It's going down. Let's double our trade. You can see what happened there. It crossed it downwards. And then the market crossed downwards. So we have doubled our trade. I might have entered 3 times, which is a mistake. But it's, when the market it should go down. So we are going to make the one we lose here, and then make this one together. All right, market. That is it. Keep going in my direction. So you already know the strategy. You already know the strategy. We are limited by time constraints on this trade. We are limited by time constraints. We can't stream for hours. So you already know how the strategy works. Let me quickly go over how the strategy works again. Let me go over how the strategy works again. Let me go over how the strategy works again. Now, this is a perfect example of how the strategy works. When the EMA, when the market or the price crosses above the EMA, it means the market is an uptrend. But you do not enter yet. You wait for the MACD to also cross at the same time with this market crossing the EMA before you enter a buy trade. Before you enter a buy trade. When the price or the market crosses downwards the EMA and the MACD green line crosses below the red one facing down, then you take a what? A sell trade. These are basically it. But on this trade, we might not get that because of how the market moves. That's because how the market moves, and we are spending limited time on the trade. Yes, our stream is not more than 30 minutes to 40 minutes, so we're done with the stream. So we can't still sit here waiting for the market to do it forever. If you can see right now, the market is in a state of indecisiveness. So in this kind of places, you do not trade. This is a state of indecisiveness. And if we lose this trade, it is because of this indecisiveness. That's why we're going to lose it. So you should not trade when the market is in a state of indecisiveness or in a sideways state. Look at it, up, down, up, down. It's trying to go up again, down, just going erratically. You shouldn't trade. And you can see that the MACD bars are very tiny. This means that there's weak momentum. So that is it. So let's see. Let's see if we're going to win this trade. So I've showed you guys how to use this strategy. If it doesn't work for us in our time frame of the stream, you already know how to do it. You can take it, you can do it on your own. So it didn't work for us, we've lost it. We've lost the trade. It didn't work. So before this trade is going to end, we're going to take a perfect one. I'm going to wait for a perfect entry, but we'll take it. However, the market right now is on the sideways, is in a sideways motion. So let's wait for it to go down or go up in a good direction. So let's switch back to our 50 EMA. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what's going on in 50 EMA. 50 EMA is basically the same thing. It's basically the same thing. The market is still on the sideways journey. The market is still on the sideways journey. So let's switch back to 20. Let's switch back to 20. Let's switch back to 20. So we can't trade like this. We cannot trade. Do not trade when the market is up, down, up, down, up, down. Do not trade. Only trade something like this when the market is going up. When the market is coming down, do not trade. That's when you trade. But when the market is, when you see this, don't trade. Just go and drop your phone and leave, or keep your computer and just leave. Go and sleep. By the time you wake up, the market will start giving you what you want. And that was the reason why we lost the trade, because the market is a sideways market. That is it. So we should wait for a more balanced or stable market before we take a trade. So let's wait a little bit. So that is basically how to use the double strategy for confirmation. Yes, the market doesn't want to give us that trade. So we are just waiting. We are doing a waiting game right now. We are waiting. However, the last thing I also showed you on this stream is how to trade using the NACD bars. Yes. Let me go and disable this stuff. I've disabled it now. Why is this? The last thing I'm going to show you is how to trade using the MACD bars alone. You can use the MACD bars to trade alone. And that was what we covered on our previous stream. It says that when you see two red bars or two green bars, it means the market is, if it's two red bars, the market is coming down. If it's two green bars, the market is going up. Once it closes two green bars, then you can enter a buy. Once it closes two red bars, you can enter a sell. Now you can confirm it when the chart is showing red or the price is red, and there's two red bars and the price is red, you can enter a sell. When the price is green and there's two green bars, you can enter a sell. Now it is for a short trade, not long trade. It's for short trade. So I think the market is coming down now. I think the market is coming down now. The market is coming down now. Look at it. It has crossed down, and the MACD has crossed somewhere here. It has crossed somewhere here. It has crossed somewhere here. It has crossed somewhere here. So let's reduce our time frame to 1 minute. Let's enter with $50 so that we can recover all we have lost. All right. Okay, let's keep observing it. It's like it's still a sideways market. Note: do not trade in a sideways market this year. This year, do not trade in this type of market. Do not trade in this type of market. Do not trade in this type of market. It seems that what it's doing again. Maybe we change Euro USDT. Let's change to another asset. Let's change to another asset. Hold on. While we still monitor the markets, I'm coming. Let's change to GPB. Let's see if this one will give us a better. Oh, it's almost the same thing. 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 Let's see OTC. Okay. We had a good entry here. Exactly. We had a good entry here in OTC. We had a good entry here. OTC is giving us good entries. OTC is giving us good entries. Good entries. OTC is giving us good entries. Look at it. So it seems we might be trading OTC because they are giving us good entries. Giving us good entries. So let's see if we are going to have a cross. So we'll switch to OTC. So that is basically how you trade. The ability for you to look for the best pair at that particular time you are trading. That is what you need to follow. If you see that the pair you are trading currently is not giving you what you want, you can simply switch because there might be a lot of manipulations in the market. So you can simply switch to another pair. You see, I switched to GPB USD. It was still almost the same thing as Euro USD. So I've switched to OTC, Euro USD OTC. So let's see if it's going to give us what we want. Let's see if it's going to give us what we want. Let's see if we are going to have a cross before we end this stream. So if you are just joining us, my name is Smiling Josh. My name is Smiling Josh, as you can see on your screen. My name is Smiling Josh, as you can see on your screen. I am the guy that teaches people how to trade easy setups. I teach people how to trade with the easiest of setup. I don't deal on complicated lines, complicated strategy. No, I deal on teaching you how to trade with easy and amazing setups. And the today's setup is the MACD and the EMA. Now, if you are just joining us also, if you have not yet deposited, make use of this first code if you are a new user to deposit to get 60% bonus. And if you are an existing user or an old user, make use of the one of 70%, which is the second code for old users to get at least 70% bonus when you deposit. First code, first user, new users, 60% bonus. Second code, 70%, old users, 70% bonus. So when you deposit at least 500 or let's say 200 and above, then you get the bonus from these codes. That is how we work here. All right, so guys, we are going to be ending this stream here. We're going to be ending this stream here because we couldn't find another proper entry. So part of why you need to be a good trader is that you need to be disciplined. When you cannot find an entry, you leave the market so that so that you don't lose more. If you cannot find a good entry, leave the market. If you find a good entry, you trade. If you cannot find a good entry at that moment, leave the market. You see, we have checked several assets, they didn't give us good entry, so we left. So that is how not to trade with emotions. So as a good trader, don't trade with emotions, don't overtrade. If you are not finding an entry, leave it or wait. But now it's time for us to end the trade. So see you guys same time next week. I'm going to be teaching us on how to properly use the market strategy. So I'm going to use all the strategies you have used before, then combine it with the market strategy to make money. So that is this, guys. You see, there's no crossing, but we have to end the stream right now. So see you guys next week. Do not miss next week trading. All the strategy we have been learning before, next week we're going to combine them and make serious money from it. So see you guys on the next one.